Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Conceptual Physics Hub. I am your physics faculty, Saurabh Kumar Sinha, for IIT Mains, Advanced and NEET. Sir, as I wanted to say you something, sir, I was not preparing video from past 1 month. Reason that my schedule was very hectic, sir. I have 6 hours of class. As I have told you on my channel, I also take live classes for foreign student. So, sir, it was very hectic for me to make video and upload video. But sir, from now onward, I will upload one video for 11th and one video of 12th on daily basis, sir. I will try my level best to do this. So, sir, in 11th section, we have started basic mathematical tools and vector. Okay. So many students have requested me to make video on two-dimensional motion. So basically, sir, kinematics is divided. Kinematics, or we can say that rest and motion. Kinematics is divided into two motion. 1D motion, I say 1D motion and 2D motion. Fine. Look, sir, in 1D motion, I'm just skipping this whole topic. Reason that, sir, 1D motion we know, we have studied something, okay, we know. But 2D motion is very new concept for us. So I will start from 2D motion, and in this 2D section, I will deal two topics which are very important for IIT Mains, Advanced and NEET. First topic is projectile motion. Projectile motion, and second topic, if I will say relative motion, sir. I will discuss projectile motion and relative motion because these two topics are very new topic, and sir, I will make sure you will get the clear concept, the clear visualization of everything that I will teach you. Okay, so let us, sir, without any delay, we are starting today two-dimensional motion, which is very important section of the chapter kinematics or rest and motion. After this topic, I will start Newton laws of motion, and after NLM, every topic will go smoothly, sir. Go smoothly. I will try my level best to make video on daily basis. And sir, please be updated for 12th section. I am starting current electricity. So without any delay, I am starting two-dimensional motion. Two-dimensional motion. First of all, sir, we have to understand what is this two-dimensional motion. Three things come into my mind. What is two-dimensional motion? What is 2D? Second things come into my mind, that how to approach two-dimensional motion. How to approach two-dimensional motion. How to approach this two-dimensional motion. And third thing comes into my mind, what are the content in 2D motion. So everything that I will explain you one by one. If I'm telling that two-dimensional motion, okay, so first thing comes into my mind, what is basically two-dimensional motion. Second thing, how to approach this two-dimensional motion. And third thing which comes into my mind, that what are the content in two-dimensional motion. So let us just, I'm giving you the answer of the first question is, what is 2D? Sir, basically we have studied 1D motion, okay. Suppose car was going in X direction only, or car was going in Y direction only. In that section, we are calling that motion as 1D. Reason that whatever is changing, suppose the car is moving in X direction, so velocity is in X direction, displacement is in X direction, body has acceleration in X direction, okay, with, let's say, with a given interval of time, we can say. Suppose right now I am moving along east, so I have my velocity along east direction with respect to time. Agreed? So we call it 1D motion. But if I am calling 2D motion, then what is the essential character or essential parameter which we have to discuss in 2D motion. So just take example, sir. Just take example. What is 2D motion? What we will do in two-dimensional motion? One-dimensional motion, regarding one-dimensional motion, it is clear that means only one coordinate, let's say x coordinate, is changing with time, y coordinate is changing with time. Okay, but in 2D motion, two coordinate is changing with the same time. Just see. Suppose, sir, we have played, when we were kid, we have played catch. Let's say this is my A point, this is my B point. Okay, no problem. Let's say this is my boy A, this is boy A, and this is boy B. They are separated by some distance. Let's say distance between boy A and boy B is something. We can assume distance between boy A and boy B is some distance D. Fine. Suppose, sir, we have played catch. Okay, what happens in that game? This boy throw the ball to this boy. Okay, so this boy, B boy, catches the ball. So let's see. If the ball is thrown to the boy B, sir, I hope everyone we have seen this path is parabolic. This path is parabolic. In our daily life, we perform many activities, sir, in which the path is parabolic. In soccer game, you have seen when a footballer kicks the ball, it just goes into the goal post, having the path parabolic. Okay, this path is parabolic, and we know that its equation is quadratic. Just let's not focus on mathematical point of view. Just see that why this is called two-dimensional motion. Why? Suppose, sir, I've told you in rest and motion, basically in rest and motion, three factors plays very important role. Three factors. First is observer, second is frame of reference, and third is time. Let's say, sir, if this ball reaches to this boy B, this ball has certain position at all the instants. We can say this is at different instant of time. This is at different instant of time. Suppose, being an observer, sir, if I watch this motion, suppose I am observer, I am watching this motion, what I will say? That at this instant, ball has this position. At different instant of time, ball has different position. Okay, yes or no? So just take here, sir, let us say at this instant T1. Tell me, sir, at this instant T1, this is my Y or no? And this is my X or no? Let's say at this instant T2, this is Y2, this is X2. At this instant T3, this is my X3, this is my Y3. Sir, what is happening, sir, here? Just see what is happening, what you are feeling. You are feeling one thing here, that two coordinates are simultaneously changing. Two coordinates are simultaneously changing at any instant of time which you will consider on the path. On any instant of time which you will consider on this path. Agreed? So I can say, sir, in 2D motion, time is our common parameter. Yes or no? If you will see this, if I am forming a note point, suppose note point here, in this motion, sir, x1 and y1, the change of y coordinate and x coordinate happens at the same time or no? We can say that x1 and y1 are formed at t1. Similarly, sir, you can say x2 and y2 coordinates are formed at formed at what, sir? T2. So regarding this 2D motion, I can say one thing or no. In 2D motion, two coordinate changes simultaneously, but the time is the common parameter. Time is common parameter. Again listen, sir. I can say what is 2D motion. In 2D motion, x and y will change simultaneously, but the time of change of x coordinate and y coordinate is same. Yes or no? So again, I am forming here third note point. In two-dimensional motion, time is our common parameter. Time is our common parameter. Fine. So I hope, sir, you all understood what is basically 2D motion. This is the means common example which I took to make sure that you will understand what we have to do in two-dimensional motion. Okay. First question we have discussed. Now second question is how to approach two-dimensional motion. How to approach two-dimensional motion. Sir, in two-dimensional motion we got two frames, X frame and Y frame. X frame and Y frame. Look, many students does the mistake that they just mix everything while solving 2D motion. So the second question is how to approach two-dimensional motion. How to approach this two-dimensional motion. Look, sir, the best way to approach two-dimensional motion that, look here, we form two frames, X frame and Y frame. One thing is clear, sir. One thing is very, very clear that here two frames are changing, X and Y. Whatever is happening, whatever is changing here, there is change in X frame and there is change in Y frame. So best way to deal this 2D motion to observe the happening of X frame and Y frame separately. Again, sir, just listen. The best approach to solve the problem is that just observe that what is changing in X and what is changing in Y separately, which will give you a clear idea in this topic that, look, if the particle is going in X direction, then what is the velocity? See the example. This is equation of motion, sir. I hope you can understand. Look, sir, everything is happening in X direction. Final velocity in X direction, initial velocity in X direction, acceleration in X direction, time is common parameter. Again, Sx is equal to uxt plus half axt square. Look, sir, displacement in X direction, velocity in X direction. So whatever I'm writing the equation that is suggesting that this is only happening in X direction. And third equation, can I write here that v square ux square plus 2 into ax into sx. Feel, sir, the best way to deal this 2D motion is to form two frame. After forming two frame, just see that we have to form separate frame and see that what happened in X frame and what happened in Y frame. Similarly, I can write or no? Vy equal to uy plus ay into t. Fine. This is sy uyt plus half ay t square. Third, vy square is equal to uy square is equal to 2ay into sy. Just feel, sir, everything in y, velocity in y, displacement in y, acceleration in y. Again, I told you time is our common parameter. So in X frame time will be same and in Y frame time will be the same parameter. Time will be the same parameter in both the coordinate, both the frame. Got it, sir? Now we will see what is content. What is the content inside the two-dimensional motion? Look, sir, I'm going by sync. First of all, I haven't started the topic. I just gave you the feel of the topic. Then what is basically 2D? How to approach this 2D? In every problem making, I will just deal X frame and Y frame separately. You will see, sir, I will deal X frame and Y frame separately. Fine. So let us say this is done, sir. Can I rub this? Now we can see content in 2D motion. What we have to study in two-dimensional motion here? Content in two-dimensional motion. First content is projectile motion, sir. What? Projectile motion we have to study. Okay. In projectile motion, we have to see three types of projectile. First is oblique projectile. Oblique projectile motion. Second is horizontal projectile motion. Horizontal projectile motion. And third is called projectile on inclined plane. Third is called projectile on inclined plane. Fine. So we have to discuss three types of projectile motion. First is projectile on oblique projectile. Second is horizontal projectile motion, and third is projectile on inclined plane. So let us discuss first what is projectile motion. What is basically projectile motion? So please note it down. These are the content, and one thing I am adding, that rain main problem and river boat problem we will also discuss in this topic. Fine. So can I rub this, sir? So basically I am just discussing projectile. What's projectile? Look, sir, this is important part of the mechanics. Reason that we have performed many experiments, sir. On daily basis, this experiment is performed by us, but we don't know the mechanism, means how to deal, how to approach. But we are quite aware of the fact that this motion happens on daily basis. Daily basis. We perform, sir, on our daily activity this type of motion. So first motion is projectile. What? Projectile motion. First of all, I am just sir, making you aware that this topic is very important. Reason that any question from any chapter by mixing in electrostat, this question can be clubbed by the concept of projectile. In rotational motion, question can be clubbed to find torque, to find angular momentum. In center of mass, question can be clubbed. So this topic is important in the way that in all the chapter you need to know the concept of projectile motion, because in every chapter this will come. So first of all, sir, what is projectile motion? See, I can say one thing. This is two-dimensional motion. Okay, because we know we are studying two-dimensional motion. What happens, sir? This projectile is made up of two words. Okay, project means, sir, project means to launch. Project means to launch any body, any object or any body. Say, if any body is projected with some velocity near the Earth's surface, if any body is projected, if I can write, if any object is projected with some velocity near Earth's surface, the object traces curved path. The object traces curved path. What path? Curved path. And this curved path is parabola. And this curved path is parabolic in nature. Parabolic in nature as seen by Galileo. Parabolic in nature as seen by Galileo. Just understand, sir, this is the definition of projectile motion, that if any particle, in this chapter there is no theory, sir, but I am just giving it a feel, okay. If any object is projected with some velocity near Earth's surface, the object traces a curved path. Sir, one thing I told you, sir, if I am moving on a straight line, means that is linear equation, okay. So we know the equation of a straight line in mathematics, because, sir, every particle when it moves, it traces some curve, it traces some path, yes or no? Because this is the important parameter of any particle, that when a particle moves, it traces a path. Path can be either parabolic, either hyperbolic, either elliptical, either circular, okay, either what? Straight line, or either parabolic. But what Galileo observed, Galileo was a scientist, Galileo observed that this path is parabolic. This path is parabolic, okay. So the parabola is this, basically parabola, and the graph of parabola is shown by what? Quadratic equation, which we will discuss, fine. So this is basically projectile motion. Looks why it forms curved path? Because gravity is always pulling it downward, because in y direction gravity acts at all instant of time, fine. So now projectile motion is over. Now I will discuss oblique projectile motion, its first type. First type we have to discuss oblique projectile motion, fine. So name is oblique. Oblique means particle thrown with some angle theta. What happens in this type of projectile? This is basically type of projectile. What? Types of projectile. I will give you shortcut trick to solve the problems, and also the conventional method. Because first of all, sir, conventional method is very important. If you are not understanding my conventional method, then you can't approach the shortcut, okay. So oblique means if a particle is thrown with making some angle theta. Understood, sir? Oblique projectile motion. In this type of projectile motion, particle is thrown with making some angle theta, and particle is given some initial velocity u. Understood? See here, oblique means particle is thrown with some angle theta. Let us see the diagram. See, sir, suppose this is a particle which is thrown by angle theta, thrown with some velocity u, by making some angle theta. So we know that, sir, the path would be parabolic. No doubt in that. The path would be parabolic, because this particle traces a curved path, and that curved path must be parabolic This curved path must be parabolic. So first of all, sir, we have two component of velocity, u cos theta and this is u sin theta. We can do so by vector. If the particle is given some initial velocity, particle does what? It has two component, u cos theta and u sin theta, because angle is from x-axis. Angle is from x-axis. Fine. Now sir, see what happened. What are the parameters which we have to deal? Understanding, sir? In this type of projectile motion, particle is thrown by making some angle theta with horizontal. Fine. So this path is parabolic, sir. So whatever the mathematical equation we may bring, it will satisfy this equation. Yes or no? Fine. We will see this. Let's say at any instant of time, sir, at any instant of time. Now, sir, just feel this motion, sir. This u sin theta is forming its what? Y coordinate. See, this u sin theta is responsible for just making the particles go on y-axis. Just feel, this u sin theta is responsible for making the particle to go in y direction, and u cos theta is bringing the particle, means taking the particle further away from origin. Just feel, sir. Means u cos theta is responsible for taking the particle along x motion, and u sin theta is responsible to make its what? Y coordinate. Make its y coordinate. Agreed, sir? Again, sir, at all the instant of time, gravity is pulling it downward. See, gravity is pulling it downward. So why it traces the curved path, sir? Sir, can you feel this motion is deaccelerated? Yes or no? Because particle is thrown against gravity. So what will happen? Suppose, sir, this is my marker. See the vertical motion. If I just throw this marker in upward direction, means, sir, this marker will not go in upward direction by itself. It requires some external agent. Means I am the external agent who is responsible to make the particle to go upward. But what happens, sir? I have given some velocity in upward direction. See, this velocity is u sin theta, but at all instant of time, gravity is pulling it downward. So what happens? At highest point, velocity will be zero. So this motion is deaccelerated or no? So due to gravity acting at all the instant of time, this traces a curved path. Otherwise, sir, this u cos theta was enough to take this particle in x direction. Okay, but this u sin theta is what? Initial velocity in y direction. Okay, and gravity is pulling it downward. I hope, sir, you studied this, that if velocity is opposite direction of acceleration, this type of motion is called deacceleration. What? Deacceleration. Got it, sir? So I hope you are getting the clear-cut idea or a proper view that what is happening in this motion. Fine. So now, sir, you got this concept why this path is parabolic, because in y direction what is happening? Motion is deaccelerated. So I can take g as minus g because it is called retardation. Fine. Now let us see. I am drawing the graph. This is a particle shown with some angle theta with horizontal. This component will be u of cos theta. This will be u of sin theta. Fine. Now, sir, this will trace a path. Okay, this path will be parabolic. Fine. Sir, at any instant of time, you can look on this curve. I can take any instant, but I am taking this instant t at this point. Okay, t. At any instant of time t, the particle velocity will change. See, this is, let's say, after some time t, vx. Since velocity is in upward direction, so this will be also vy. This is making angle alpha with horizontal. This is making angle beta with vertical. Fine, sir. At any instant of time t. Fine. So see, sir, at this instant, this particle made some y frame, y distance, and also this particle travel some x distance. Agreed? At this time, the particle traveled this y distance and particle traveled some x distance. Again, I proved one thing, sir. 2D motion is what? In which x and y frame changes, but time of change is same. Now, sir, this is my first. Second, I can write in projectile motion. This is very important concept. In projectile motion, acceleration is 0 along x direction. Means I can write it as star, sir. 4-star rated. This is 5-star rated problem. In projectile motion, acceleration is 0 along x direction, means that velocity is constant. Velocity is constant along x direction. Fine. Just understand, sir, why I just use this word. See, sir, this velocity, initial velocity is u cos theta. At any instant of time, this is vx, which is final velocity. At any instant of time, say, this is vx. Okay, this is vx. Tell me, sir, if there is some force in x direction which can increase or decrease the velocity? No, sir. There is no force in x direction. Nothing is in x direction. Means this marker will continue to move with the constant velocity. Means I can write here as vx is equal to u cos theta. See, initial velocity is same as final velocity. Because in x direction, no one is there to increase or decrease the velocity. Got, sir? But in y direction, gravity is there, sir. In y direction, gravity is there. This is u. See, sir, this 2D motion consists two kind of motion. Feel. This is u of sine theta upward, and this is u of cos theta. Fine. In this u sine theta, this is vertical motion in which gravity is pulling it downward. So in y direction, it can either accelerate or either deaccelerate. Depends that how you projected the particle. Fine. Understood this term? In x direction, there is no acceleration because there is no force. If there is no force in x direction, so no acceleration. Because we know from Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma, and F is 0, A is 0. Fine. This is also the logic. In x direction projectile, there is no acceleration. Fine. Now, sir, we have done this all. I hope, sir, please note it down. These all are very important point in projectile motion. I will prove everything one by one. Then we can go for the problem. So written, sir. Now I am just rubbing. See, sir, again. Now, in order to analyze this motion, I have to form X frame and Y frame. What is happening in X frame and Y frame at this instant of time? Okay, at this time t, at this time t. See sir, distance travel is x, agreed, sx. Ux is u cos theta, initial velocity. Similarly, sy is y in y direction. Similarly, uy is y, what? U of sin theta. Fine. Now see sir, Vx is basically ux, because we can say Vx is equal to u of cos theta, which implies what? This is first, this is second, third, which implies what? Ax is 0, because V is constant here. V is constant here. Fine. Fourth parameter is time. Time is our common parameter. Similarly here, what is Ay sir? Ay is minus g sir. What? Minus g. Reason? This is projected against gravity. So against gravity, I can take what? Minus g, or retardation. Retardation. Fine. Similarly, I have to calculate this Vx. What is Vx? And time is again common parameter for both the equation. Fine. So let us calculate everything sir, one by one. So I am rubbing this section again. See, first which I have to calculate is called equation of trajectory. This is very, look sir, if you just got this concept, equation of trajectory means path. We have, look sir, according to Galileo, this path is parabolic. So parabolic equation is satisfied by quadratic equation. Suppose I am moving on a straight line, so I will satisfy this y is equal to x plus 1. Fine. So basically trajectory means path. Equation of path. So let us see one by one. I am just rubbing this section sir, in order to analyze all the things. Okay. The first thing which comes into my mind that I have to find Sx sir. Sx can be calculated as uxt plus half ax t square. Fine. Again sir, if you understand this equation of trajectory, then everything is there in this equation only. Okay. This is my first equation sir. Here Sx is ux is u cos theta. Ux is u cos theta into time. And Ax is 0 sir, see the frame, Ax is 0, this is 0. So Sx is u cos of theta into t. Similarly, Sx is x, which is u cos theta into t. Fine. This is my first equation. Similarly sir, distance travel in y is given as uyt plus ay into t square. Sy is basically y at this instant. So y. Look sir, everything I am calculating at this instant. Okay, at this instant. Uy is u of sin theta into t plus ay is minus g sir. Ay is minus g. Just remember your frame. So y can be what sir? Y can be u sin of theta t minus of half gt square, which is my second equation. Just see sir, in both the equation, time is our common parameter. parameter. Yes or no? Yes. Fine, sir. Got it. Can I rub now? In both the equations, sir, time is our common parameter. So see, from first equation, time can be x upon u cos theta or no. Now putting the value in 2. Now putting in equation second, this can be y u sin theta, time is x upon u cos theta minus of half g t square is x square upon u square cos square theta. Fine, sir. I am writing this section again. Now, sir, after solving this equation, what I can get? You get cancel out, sin by cos is tan. So this can be, sir, x tan theta minus of g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. Understand, sir, here tan theta is constant because angle of projection must be constant, sir. It can't be changed with time, no. Whatever the velocity you gave, 2 meters per second, which will not change with time. So here tan theta is constant, g is constant, u is constant, angle is constant. So I got this equation as x of tan theta minus g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. Sir, see, have you seen this equation in your class 10th? Ax square bx plus c. Sir, this is my quadratic equation with constant term 0 because passing from origin. See, passing from origin. So in this term there is no constant term. There is no constant term. So this can be also x of tan theta minus of g x square 2 u square cos square theta. Look, sir, if path is parabolic, it is satisfying the equation of quadratic x square bx plus c. Here constant term is 0 because passing from origin. Fine. So just see this equation, and this is very important equation which is called equation of trajectory, which is also written as bx minus of ax square, where a and b are constant, where b is equal to tan theta and a is equal to what? See, a is equal to g upon 2 u square cos square theta. This is very important for problem solving. So we did, sir, equation of trajectory. Fine. Just note it down everything. Here b is constant because angle of projection will not change. Okay. Second thing, this a is g upon 2 u square cos square theta. G is constant, 2 is constant, u is constant, cos angle is constant. Fine. So please, sir, note it down. I have to find many parameters. Done. This is my equation of trajectory, which is parabolic, which is quadratic. Fine. Now, sir, I have done this equation of trajectory. Now let us see some more important aspect of this motion, sir. Second is Vx we know, sir. Vx is equal to u of cos theta. Fine. Third is Vy, sir. What is Vy at any instant of time? At any instant of time. Just understand the logic, sir. See, here we are coming across two things, sir. See, this is y direction motion, u sin theta. After this instant, say after this instant, this velocity become Vy, because gravity was acting downward. See, at time t, because it was going with u sin theta, but its velocity is decreasing with time, because gravity is acting downward. So this particle will fall like this. Yes or no? This is motion against gravity, and this motion is u of cos theta. This projectile motion consists of two motions. First, in y direction, motion against gravity. In x direction, u cos theta is responsible. So at any instant of time, sir, Vy can be u by plus ay into t. So Vy, uy is u sin theta, initial velocity, ay is minus gt. So Vy I got, sir, u sin theta minus gt. This is my third thing. Fine. Similarly, sir, if someone will ask me to find tan alpha, see, tan alpha, sir. So tan alpha is, tan alpha is Vy upon Vx, sir. Vy upon Vx, because this is base, this is perpendicular. So Vy is u sin theta minus gt upon u of cos theta. In many problems, we have to ask, find angle at any instant of time. Fine. So similarly, sir, what is my net velocity? Net velocity is this, no? Vnet. Vnet can be Vxi cap plus V by j cap by vector. Vx is u cos theta I cap, and Vy we have taken out, u sin theta minus gt of j cap by vector, sir. This is my V net. Yes or no, sir? Done. I have taken out all the parameters. Now we have to find time of flight, range, and maximum height reached. By the particle. So these three things are very, very new to us, sir. So we have to understand. The logic one by one. Fine. Can I wrap this? Okay. Now see, sir, first of all, I will calculate this range. What is this term range? Range is basically, sir, maximum distance traveled by the particle. Maximum distance traveled by the particle in x direction. See, sir, range means what? Sir, suppose we are just, suppose this is my goal post. Example, this is my goal post, okay? This is my footballer who is, this is my soccer ball. This ball is kicked, okay? So this ball has traveled this x distance, this x. So this x is called range, sir. Range is what? Maximum distance covered by the particle along x direction. See, sir, when we were kids, we were playing a game. I hope you remember. We are just, by stone. We are just striking the water with the stone. The stone was jumping. As I hope you remember this. What we do, we are just we just take a stone, and the stone is just thrown on the surface of the water. Stone was thrown on the surface of the water. As the stone was thrown on the surface of water, stone jumps. So what this used to say, if my stone will jump more, means cover more distance along x direction, I will win. So what was that? That is my range, sir. Range. Maximum distance covered by the particle in x direction. So, see sir, tell me first, if you want to find range, what frame you will pick? You will pick x frame, sir. Reason? Formation of range is a phenomena which is happening in x direction. You must agree, because particle is moving in x direction. So if particle is moving in x direction, what velocity is responsible to move the particle in x direction? Tell me. That is my u cos theta. I agree, sir. That is my u cos theta. So at any instant of time, I will find the value, sir. At any instant of time, x is equal to, because x is equal to u cos theta into t. So if I am successful in finding the value of this time, then sir, everything will be fine. This is my first equation. Fine. Now see sir, I will use a word here, time of flight. What? Time of flight. Can I rub this, sir? Time of flight. Time of flight. This is time, look sir. Again I am trying a figure, understood here. Particle thrown with some angle theta. Let us see. One thing you must agree, sir. This height is the maximum height of this projectile, h max. At this thing, this is my u of cos theta. This is my u of sin theta. Again, sir, this is my y. Let's say y. This is my x at any instant of time t. This y is the maximum height on this curve. So time of flight is time taken by particle. Okay, time taken by particle to hit the ground. Time taken by particle to hit the ground. So how to find this time of flight? Let us see. Means I can write that time taken by particle to hit the ground. To hit the ground. Just understand, sir. Means if I want to find this time of flight, I need to pick what frame? Y frame, because this u sin theta is responsible to just make the particle to go in y direction, and this u sin theta is whole and sole responsible to put the particle in air. Yes or no? So see sir, this is my trajectory. This is u sin theta. Agreed? U sin theta was initial velocity. At this time t, what I consider, sir, this is the half. We can say one thing or no, sir. At this is my half time or no half time, t by 2. Full time is t by 2 plus t by 2. There are two approaches to prove time of flight. This is my t by 2, sir. Okay. Getting, sir? This is t by 2. Any problem? t/2, t/2. Sir, t/2, suppose at maximum height, this is my y distance. So at maximum height, sir, my Vy is 0 or no? We know if a particle is thrown with some initial velocity at maximum height, my final velocity is 0 because gravity is acting downward. So I can apply this equation. Vy is equal to Uy minus of gt/2 because this is my half. So Vy is 0, sir. At Uy is u of sin theta minus gt/2. So u sin theta is equal to gt/2. So time of flight is what? 2u sin theta upon g. This is very important, sir. Time of flight 2u sin theta by g. 2u sin theta by g. Fine. So just such range I have just left here. Range I left here. So time of flight I can say 2u sin theta upon g. See, sir, time of flight depend upon only angle. This is 2u sin theta upon g. So this time of flight is, sir, 2. Sir, u sin theta is uy or no? Uy. Also it can be written as uy upon g. 2uy upon g, or time of flight is 2u sin theta upon g. Fine. This is the first approach to prove time of flight. Fine. There are more approach through which we can prove time of flight. Now, sir, what is my range here? Range. Just see range. Sir, range is maximum distance covered by the particle. Let's say this is the maximum distance x. In this maximum distance x, the total time taken is t or no? Time of flight. Total time taken is t. So this x can be u of cos theta into t. So x is what? U cos theta. Time of flight is 2u sin theta upon g. So I got this relation as 2 u square sin theta into cos theta by g. Fine, sir. So here just understand x is my range shown by r. Sir, 2u sin theta into cos theta u square by g. Look, sir, in mathematics I told you, understand, just watch my lecture of basic mathematical tools. This 2u sin theta into cos theta is sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta. I'm just studying this section, sir, here. Just see this point, r is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta u square upon g. So this 2 sin theta into cos theta is written as what, sir? U square sin 2 theta upon g. This is my range, sir. Because 2 sin theta into cos theta is having a formula sin of 2 theta. Sin of 2 theta. Again, range also depends upon angle of projection. Angle of projection. Fine. So look, sir, range, for formation of range, what is responsible? Only x coordinate, x velocity, u cos theta was responsible. So by applying second equation of motion, x is equal to u cos theta into t, because this is the total range x. In covering total range, we have to take this time of flight t. Fine. So sir, with this I like to end my lecture, okay, because in next lecture sir I will just bring all the numerical part, okay, and maximum height is left. So please sir, do like, subscribe, and just don't forget to hit the bell icon to get latest notification. And if you just love this video, you are loving the approach, so please sir, do share as maximum as possible. Thank you for watching.